And welcome back to Hustle and Grind Finance. My name is Guy. It's so good to have you here. Today we're talking about cash in the bank and why you actually could have too much cash in the bank. People who are wealthy and wise don't have too much money in the bank. Believe it or not, it becomes a problem and a liability. And in this video, I'm going to share why. At the very end of the video, I'm going to tell you how much cash you need in your checking account and then how much you shouldn't have in your checking account. Don't forget to smash the subscribe and the like button on this video for more fantastic content. Why is it that we love cash so much? The real simple answer is it's liquid and available. It's flexible and it's there in your account when you need it. It provides cushion for your life. You can do anything you want with your cash. It looks good, it feels good, and that's important. It's not that you should have nothing in your checking account. You should absolutely have real cold hard cash in your checking account because cash is king. It speaks, but there is a limit. There's a threshold. If you have cash of any value in your checking account, it loses value every day to this thing called inflation. That means the real purchasing power of anything you have in a checking account, if you have it there for the entire year, it loses 3 to 5% of its purchasing power. That might not sound like a lot, but it is. Here is the craziest statistics to give you an idea of what inflation does with your money. Let's say somebody makes $60,000 annually. Let's say they also have $2 million in cash in the bank. Yeah, it'd be awesome to have that, wouldn't it? Did you know that with 3 to 5% inflation per year, your $2 million that is sitting in cash is depreciating at the same rate your paycheck comes in? Give or take inflation rates and things of that nature, you are losing as much as you are making. In fact, you are losing because you're spending your $60,000 salary. So even if you have a few $100,000 in the bank, you're essentially losing more than you're making. Now, very few people have hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank if they're at $60,000. But you can just do the math. If you make $120,000, $180,000 or more, you just multiply that by a factor of how much you make and you can realize the power of inflation. And if it's unnecessary, that does become wasteful. Not only if you say make 10% on your dollar and you lose percentage if it's in cash form, that's a 15% spread. We don't often think about the opportunity cost that we lose with cash in the bank. Not to worry at all. Hustle and Grind Finance has you. If you watch till the end of this video, you're gonna leave feeling so much more comfortable about the amount of cash you have in your checking account. Well, what is cash for and what is it not for? Again, cash is opportunity. If you have something that you want to jump on, some sale, some opportunity that you need a split second moment's notice to do this deal, you need cash because ain't nobody's gonna wait for you to sell stock and then for you to do all these transfers. Cash is available right now. So if you're gonna miss out on a deal, that's what cash is for. It's flexible. It moves very, very quickly. What is cash not for? Well, it's not an investment. We used to think as we were kids, as we were naive, that having a lot of cash meant that you're wealthy, which it could mean that. But if you have too much sitting around, again, it's wasteful. Cash is a tool, not a destination. It's a bridge to get you to the goal that you want to be. Namely, you want to be free. You want to be able to live the life that you envision for yourself. And just having cash sitting in a checking account is certainly not on any wealthy, wise person's radar. And you, at the end of this video, will have the same perspective they do. There are essentially 3 different cash zones that everybody falls into. The first zone is the early and low cash zone. This is a zone that you do not want to be in. It means you don't have enough cash. You live stressed. If you find yourself checking balances a lot before you pay a credit card bill, before you write a check to somebody, who does that anymore, before you make a withdrawal, if you have this nagging, aching worry in the back of your mind as you live your life, you definitely have too little cash. The next zone is this moderate zone. You have enough to cover all bills for a set period amount of time. You don't need to keep checking your bank account. You have enough padding. And then there's the third zone. And this is really the drag zone. This is where inflation takes its biggest chunk from your life. It is not efficient. If you want to be efficient and have your money work for you, this is also not the zone. You want to be somewhere in the middle, and that's where we're going to take you with this video. One of the biggest things that wealthy, wise people do with their money, as opposed to looking at their checking account balance, is they assess their assets. They place their wealth in the right assets, in the right quantity. Say they have real estate, they have a home that they own, they have ETFs, or investment accounts, or mutual funds. They have different vehicles. Maybe they own gold. Maybe they have a book that's selling and creating revenue, or they have some digital course that they're selling. They have multiple streams of income that they use in the calculation to find out, what does it take in my checking account to keep my life churning, to keep all these streams of income flowing in. You don't want too much and you don't want too little. Cash does not produce an income. Assets do. Assets grow in value. Cash will shrink in value. Of course, if you have a high yield savings account, you're going to do better than if you have a 0.001% yield on your money in a checking account, which is typical. You basically get nothing for money that sits in a checking account. So at the very least, have your money that you're about to use in a high yield savings account. You can quickly transfer to your checking account. You're good to go. Wealthy and wise people trust systems, not balances. Think about it this way. Cash keeps you alive day to day. Assets make you free overall. That is the key to really finance in general that a lot of people don't understand because they don't own a lot of assets. And it can be as simple as buying an ETF. See my video just a couple weeks ago on ETFs. It can be as simple and free to purchase an ETF that is an asset that creates income for you. Well, it grows in value at least, and then you can take distributions. Whatever the case, anything is better than cash when it comes to long-term investing. All right, here's what you stayed for. Here's what you clicked for. The non-surprise surprises, I cannot give you an actual dollar amount for how much cash you should have in your checking account for a very good reason. You'll be thankful I didn't. The reason is because your life demands something different than somebody else. Maybe you own a small business. Maybe you don't, you're just a W-2 employee. There is a massive swing. So here is the secret sauce. When it comes to all your ins and your outs, everything you're spending and everything you're earning, generally it will come down to months. That's the answer. And if you have 0 to 3 months in your checking account for bills, etc., you are living in the stress zone. 3 to 6 months is comfortable, but not enough yet. I think personally the sweet spot is 6 to 9 months to even up to 12 months. This is the perfect cash zone. Even if you need to split that cash, that 9 months between a high yield savings account that's closely connected at the same institution to your checking account, that is the sweet spot, because then you're earning 1/2 at a high yield savings account, 1/2 is ready to go in your checking account, and you can quickly fund the need that your life produces. Now, if you have more than 12 months of cash in your checking account, you are being dragged down by inflation. It is killing your portfolio, and you need to quickly shift that cash over into assets. Say a mutual fund, purchase an asset that will go up in value, anything but keeping it in cash. Today, you're gonna wanna mentally shift. Cash makes you feel safe today. Assets make you feel safe tomorrow. Another very important metric for you to understand how much cash to keep in your checking account is this. What does your income look like over the 12 months of the year? Are you a W-2 employee that gets the same amount every single month? Or are you a business owner that has drought months? You have months of plenty. Maybe the summer months are your high months. You've got to have an amount in your checking account that makes sense for your income. But this video, if it did nothing else, it will help you now realize the incredible waste of too much cash sitting around. I hope this video provided tremendous value to your financial life and you can live freer and better than you ever did before. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until I see you in the next video, bye.